So many parents want to make life easier for their kids. We don't want to see our kids struggle, right? But isn't struggle part of life? And even though we sometimes try to avoid it, we don't like it, we don't want to struggle, if you think about it, it often is what leads to growth. So I was on my daily bike ride and somebody whizzed past me and looked at me and turned back and said, "Are you on an old-fashioned bike? Why are you doing that?" And I am. He went by me on an e-bike and I said, "I have no interest in those. I'll never get one of those because when I do my bike ride, I want to get a good workout. And the hardest part and the part I dread is going up a big hill, and I struggle. And if I had an e-bike, I know many days I would just slip into that easier mode and I'd go up it. And I'd say, oh, tomorrow I'll use my muscles. But when I don't have that option, I struggle, but I'm building my muscles. You know, I like that I have more energy when my ride is a little harder. Maybe not immediately afterwards, but overall in my life. I like that my clothes still fit from many years ago. I like the effects that struggle has, and I like to be healthy, and I know that exercise keeps me healthy. And yes, even if it was some exercise that was a little easier without the struggle, it would still be healthy. But some struggle is good for us, and if we keep our kids from any struggle in life, it's going to be hard for them to overcome when difficulties come along, and no life is without difficulties. So we can guide them by showing them that we don't shy away from struggle when we know that struggle is going to lead to something that we want. And so that means that we have to sometimes embrace a struggle even when we know it's going to lead to growth. I'm listening to an audiobook right now called Inner Excellence by Jim Murphy, and he talks about this idea that struggle is part of the human condition. And as much as we want to make our life comfortable and easy, if we want to reach our goals, there's going to be some struggle involved. And we can turn around the idea of struggle being so negative by thinking about the end result that comes from the struggle. So model that for your children and don't rush to make everything easier for them. Let them live with the struggle a little and learn how it can pay off.